Dean, we've of course spoken before for SFX magazine, and the magazine is now available. Check it out on shelves to see my full discussions with Mr. Dean DeBlois. And I was debating whether or not what we should talk about, and one thing that we haven't had a chance to speak about yet was, of course, Epic Universe.
Oh,
and
yes,
you
okay.
have now been.
I have now been.
You brought How to Train Your Dragon from page to animation, from animation to live action. This place now exists. Berk is now kind of real. What's it like seeing your work come alive in such a unique way?
It is a head trip. It's very surreal. Walking through that gate, it's so much bigger than you think it is. Even I'd seen so many videos online and Instagram and whatnot. But when you're there and you're just fully immersed in it, you don't even see the other worlds. And it's done so faithfully to the design of the animated films, in particular the second film. That I was marveling. I mean, even the manhole covers and like the placards on the bathrooms, like everything's themed. And they spared no expense, and they overlooked not a single detail. Yeah. So it's really amazing.
I bet. You got to meet Hiccup and Astrid, I imagine. Yeah, like, that's wild. Were there any surprises that you weren't expecting to see there?
Every corner, and I was amazed that they managed to design it in such a way that as you walk around, the silhouettes and the sky city line of the whole of Berk just looks incredible. Like, it's so well designed. I'm still getting over it because back when we worked on Mulan, I remember joking with Chris Sanders that if you're a real success, then at the end of the movie, you get a Disney on Ice show.
Oh, yeah.
And Mulan was getting one, and we thought, like, woohoo, we made it, you know? But now it's a theme park.
It's wild. Like, it's wild. That's a whole new thing. Yeah. I mean, people get to go to Berk. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I'm going to spend a fortune going there, no doubt. Also, before we wrote the article, we hadn't seen the whole film. Now, I have seen the film. I've got 2 words, and that is Gerard Butler. I mean, that man just is stoic the vast. It was just wild. Gerard obviously played him in the animated films. When it came to kind of directing him, what was that process like? Did he just fall straight back into it, or did you have to find some new nuances in the character maybe, or anything like that?
Yeah, my worry in the beginning, I can confess this now, is that we would dress up Gerard and a fake beard and all that costuming, and he would look like Gerard Butler at a Renaissance fair. I was worried that it was going to look. I was worried it was going to look fake. But the moment that he donned the costume, and he was just standing there in character and weighed down with this 100-pound costume, and you could feel the burden on him as a character as well. I had such confidence. And the thing about Jerry is he's a rare actor in that he comes in as a force of nature. He makes other people give him what he needs. Like he will shout. He will shout at the crew. He'll shout at the other actors like, "Give me more! Give me something!"
Well, don't say that. I'm about to go interview him. I'm like cracking my pants now.
It's fantastic because it's like it energizes. It could be a long day of shooting. People are standing around while everything's being adjusted. By the time we roll cameras, he could be surrounded by 300 background artists that are all dressed up as Vikings, and they're giving the bare minimum until he says, "Give me more!" He's shouting at people, and all of a sudden the scene comes to life, and it's energized. And he did so with Mason as well, because I think Mason was a bit starstruck and a bit intimidated to do scenes with him, but he kept saying, "Push back, give me some more." And I loved that.
And it comes across on screen as well. You can see it. You can see it. Finally, we do have a second one on the way, confirmed. What are you most excited to tackle in that film?
I think for me, I always have a list of regrets, and I can go back in and start adjusting things that I would have had we the time and resources. And one of them is that there's a lot of talking about things that have happened as opposed to seeing them. And
show don't tell type thing,
Yeah, so I think we can revisit some moments in that story in a much more experiential way. And giving a little bit more dimension to characters like Drago, for example, he's a little too thin and one-dimensional, and we can give a lot more to that.
That's so exciting.
But part of it is like I'm waiting to see how the audience responds to this. Did they like the faithful quality? Did they like the subtle additive elements? And while my fingers are still on the keyboard, I can remain malleable.